Welcome to my update on the Ohio exam. Well, it's all over but the waiting. I went on Tuesday of this week to Ohio, Columbus, took the 2-hour exam, came back the same day. So, what can I tell you about, the experience of the Ohio exam, state specific? Well, first of all, some basic logistics. So you've got to go to Columbus, you've got to schedule your exam well ahead of time, and you've got to bring all of your resources because this is an open book exam and it allows you to bring your statutes and your books. Well, I'm going to talk a lot more about kind of the thought process behind having a state-specific exam and the logistics of doing that in another video, which I'll link below here, but some general experiences. So it took a long time to get this exam scheduled. It took several months to, probably took a year actually to submit the application, get the application approved, schedule the exam date, get the exam room, date, time confirmed, and you actually have to go to the board offices in Columbus, which is at the state building. They reserve a conference room for you, and you sit down with the proctor and take this in person. I'm going to save all of my critiques about this licensing process for that different video I talked about, but let me tell you some things I learned and some things that helped me on the exam so you can do the same. Number one, you've got to have all of your statutes. You've got statutes on the public lands, you've got statutes on Ohio surveying practice, statutes on conveyances, statutes on subdivisions, and not only do you have to have those statutes in a binder, you've also got to be able to locate, the different chapters and subsections quickly, because, let me warn you now, that 2-hour exam time goes extremely quickly. The next thing I'm really glad I did was I got this great book called The History of the Rectangular Survey System. History of the Rectangular Survey System. It is a tome of a book. And I knew that the Ohio exam was going to ask me about different public land statutes, rules, instructions. So what I did was I got a Post-it and I tabbed in the Land Act of 1785, the Land Act of 1796, the Land Act of 1805. So when I got a question about a specific land act, I could easily tab over, read the act, and answer the question. Now the last thing, which is completely counterintuitive, I think, is you need to have yourself a picture, a map of Ohio. And in this map of Ohio, the four corners and the center of Ohio needs to have a dot. And on that dot, you need to have the state plane coordinates in NAD 27 and also the state plane coordinates in NAD 83. I'm not going to tell you why, because I'm not allowed to discuss the contents of the examination, but I am telling you that you should have a map of Ohio with state plane coordinates around the state in meters and feet in NAD 27 and NAD 83. Last but not least, what I guess I forgot or did not realize is that a major component of the exam, I think like 35%, is writing a legal description. You and I and everybody else, we have the ability to write a legal description. It's simple. We write them all the time. But here's the thing. Ohio has a set of regulations which specify the contents of a legal description. So the examiners are not testing you on writing like thence to a point of beginning. No, the Ohio board is testing you on whether you know that there are certain requirements of a legal description. Basis of bearing, name of the person preparing the legal description, lots of other stuff. It's like 12 different items. And as long as you can competently write a legal description, make sure you use that checklist, because what the board is really testing is whether you know how to write an Ohio legal description, not just a regular. All right, so to sum things up, make sure you have your statutes complete and organized. Make sure you have the Public Land Acts put together. And third, get yourself a map of Ohio with the state plane coordinates. And last but not least, have that checklist of the legal description ready and write that legal description, based on the map they give you, competently and completely as you would in Ohio Surveyor. Well, I hope that I passed. I hope that you'll pass your Ohio exam, and all that's left now is waiting for my exam score. So I hope you'll wish me good luck in the comments below. We'll cross our fingers and see what happens.